Meet Andy Zhang, a 20-year-old Chinese player currently in the top 20 of the World Amateur Golf Rankings. Ahead of the Arnold Palmer Cup, held this year at the stunning Evian Resort, we spoke to Andy about how he first got started in the game.
At 10 years old, I qualified for a tournament or 2 tournaments in America, and I came over and I happened to win one of them at the U.S. Kids World Championship. So we decided to stay. And then I've been living in Orlando, Florida for the past 10 years. It was pretty tough for my mom early on because it was just my mom and I who moved over, leaving my sister and dad behind in China. And they would come back and forth, but the majority of the time it was just my mom and I. The biggest change is, for my mother, it was probably the whole environment. We didn't have any friends here. She didn't really speak English. I learned fairly quick within the next year and a half, but for her it was very difficult.
One of Andy's greatest achievements to date was competing in the US Open at just 14 years of age. Back in 2012, he was able to tee it up with the greatest players in the world, a memory he'll cherish forever.
That was really cool. Having success at a young age, like 14, playing the US Open, it was really good, but also it was a very good learning experience. I didn't truly understand what it really meant at the time. I was fascinated by all the media attention and being in the locker room with all the players that I watched growing up. I was fascinated by all that, but now looking back, it was once in a lifetime experience, and it's a truly, truly rare opportunity for a kid like that, and I'm truly grateful for the opportunity. I kind of took a very big dip for a year or two. It was a very good learning curve for me, and thinking back, it was all worth it. And to be able to win 3 times the last couple of years, that was amazing. I was very lucky.
Over the past few years, China has seen a lot of promising young players emerge. The game is growing at a rapid rate in the country, with the likes of Li Haotong pushing ever closer to winning a major.
And he's got it. What a win for Li Haotong!
People say that Chinese doesn't have many good players, but coming from China and then seeing what's going on there, that we can tell there's soon going to be some very good players playing on the international level and playing on the PGA Tour. Haotong is a great example. We played junior golf growing up, and there are a lot of junior golfers that I played against who have made a name for themselves. And I think within the next 10 years, there's going to be more Chinese players on the PGA Tour for sure.
Participating in the Arnold Palmer Cup has been a long-time ambition for Andy. The opportunity to showcase his skills against the best amateurs in the world will only improve his game.
I've been very jealous about like Walker Cup, Palmer Cup and all that, and for them to be able to expand it into internationally and to include women that were playing along is truly an honor, and it means everything to me as an amateur. We can truly feel his presence here, even he's not physically with us. Just his name, it means a lot to golf, the game itself. To be able to win it, for the international team, it will be truly amazing. We have a very diverse and strong team. We got people playing all over the world, and they've seen courses all over the world, and we have a lot of experiences. Playing in France requires, I think, some of that, and I think being here, we have a little bit of an advantage, yes. It's probably one of the most beautiful courses I've ever played, but it's very narrow. The roughs are long, the greens are very tricky, very slopey. Everything slopes towards the lake, a lot more than you think. I think it's a very good challenge this week.
There's no doubt Andy has a very bright golfing future ahead of him. But as with all amateur golfers, the big question remains of when to turn professional.
So I'm going to keep playing amateur golf until end of this year. And then at some point, end of this year or the beginning of next year, I would turn professional.